Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy Log. This is Money in the Bank. I am James Phoenix. With me is Jeff.
Hi.
All right, so Tiff cannot be with us tonight. We will hopefully see her tomorrow for the usuals. But for right now, we were supposed to do this last night. Wasn't able to do it. Sorry about that, folks.
My bad, people.
Yeah, his bad people. So we're going to do Money in the Bank. We're going to be taking a break, and then we're going to be doing our video on E3, so check that out in between. And then we are going to be coming back around to wrestling to do the news after that. So stay tuned for all them things.
And if we don't do the news tonight, we'll probably do that tomorrow before the log at some point.
Maybe, but I'm hoping we get to do it tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll see how late it is.
I don't got anywhere to be in the morning. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me fire up the screen share. Money in the Bank was a very eventful pay-per-view.
It was.
Oh. So as you can see going into this, in the lead at 49.68 was the glorious TNA Puroresu Club Originals. It's my quota. In second place is Me, the Woken Warriors at 48.12. And then third at 42.66 is the Legit Rowdy Architects.
Mm-hmm.
And over on the leaderboards, top of the leaderboards is Seth freaking Rollins at 526. The Intercontinental Champion as of pay-per-view. Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men at 447. Jeff Hardy, the U.S. Champ, coming in at 357. Not for long. Finn Balor, 311. Drew Gulak at 304, followed by Daniel Bryan at 298. Woken Matt Hardy's coming in at 254, just a few points ahead of one half of the Raw Tag Champs, Woken Matt Hardy at 254. Roman Reigns, a big dog, at 251, followed by the SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella at 238, just a little bit ahead of the WWE Champion AJ Styles at 234.
Indeed.
So let's put these in order and let's go through and see what happened.
WWE making no goddamn sense is what happened.
It all makes sense. All right. Money in the Bank.
People called pure unadulterated bullshit on the women's stuff, so.
I disagree. Money in the Bank emanated from the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. We opened the pre-show up with Renee Young. She's joined on the pre-show panel by Booker T, David Otunga, and Sam Roberts. They open up by going backstage to Charlie Caruso, who is informing us that she'll have Daniel Bryan later, but she's instead interrupted by Kevin Owens, who rants about Braun Strowman for a while. A staffer walks in and gives Kevin Owens a bag of pancakes, and Charlie wonders which New Day member will enter the ladder match tonight. So that is a promo to KO. Kevin Owens. All right.
At last, you're on your own.
Okay, then.
Well, he is.
His
partner's going to be out for half a year.
They haven't really been together for a while. Anyway, Renee promotes the cards. They get some predictions, and we go back to Daniel Bryan, who discusses the pre-show in his match with Big Cass and the obstacles of facing a bigger wrestler, but as his advantages over Cass are his legs, lungs, and heart. And then notes that Cass can't outwork him or outpace him. Promo to Daniel Bryan. All right. Seth Rollins has an interview with Charlie Caruso. And he's holding the remains of Elias' smashed up guitar, mocks Elias, says he isn't on his level, and talks about his intentions to beat Elias tonight. A promo to Rollins.
And the other thing Cass can't do is he can't out-family Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Lest we forget, effectively his brother-in-law is the WWE's Golden Boy.
Yeah. All right, next up. Samoa Joe joins the pre-show panel, but Owens joins him after and tries to recruit Joe to deal with Strowman. But Joe says he isn't buying what Owens is selling and does not trust him. I'll promote it, Joe.
Joe is gonna kill you.
Or not.
Well, I'm sure he killed Kevin Owens.
Yeah. I'm going to throw Owens a mini for that since he already had a main promo here. Then we go to our pre-show matchup of the Bludgeon Brothers defending the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Good Brothers.
I really wish they'd stop calling him that.
Wow.
Such a stupid gimmick.
Yeah, is what it is.
Like, literally, WWE turned, like, the most dominant tag team in, like, ROH and on the indie circuit into a fucking joke.
Hey, at least they're still calling the tag team, not a couple of nerds.
Like I said, fucking stupid. Like, it's, you know it's stupid when Festus is the better gimmick.
No, it wasn't.
I'm sorry, I find the gimmick of someone who, when the bell rings, he becomes an unstoppable wrecking machine more interesting than basically taking the most dominant tag team in ROH and turning them into a goddamn joke.
Yeah.
I don't know, I liked Festus. I thought it was an interesting character. Like,
That's
ding,
fair.
ding, ding, and then Festus just kills you. And you're just like, wait, what just happened?
Fair enough. Well, anyway, the Bludgeon Brothers retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships after Rollins runs in to take out Anderson mid-match, and then they proceed to hit a double-team powerbomb on Gallows. So that is a title retention. So the Good Brothers are going to get, let's see, this is a pay-per-view, so 8 points each for competing. And Anderson had 1 move, so he's going to get 9. So that's 75 for Gallows. And then 9 points to Carl Anderson. I'm going to put Carl Anderson at 101. Meanwhile, on the side of the champions, let's see here. Rowan ran in. So I'm assuming Harper was a legal man then. So we'll do Rowan first. Rowan gets 15 points for being on the winning team. He gets 8 for competing in the match. Is 23. And 2 moves is 25 points to Rowan. Hang on. 15 for a tag title retention. That's 40 points to Rowan. So that would be 97, 07, 17, 127 for Eric Rowan. Luke Harper is going to get 15 points for winning this match. Sorry, 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 15 for a retention of the tag titles is 35. He's going to get 8 for competing out of... No, wait, hang on. That's a lie, too.
Wow, I thought you said you had this scored.
I do. Let's try this again. I mean, I don't write it all out in advance because I can do this. It's just I have the moves written out. Sorry. It's a pay-per-view, which is throwing me off. Harper gets 30 points for winning the match. He gets 50 points for retention of the tag titles is 45. He gets the 8 for competing is 53, and 2 moves is 55 points to Luke Harper. And I minimize that.
And an epic fail to James Phoenix.
Yeah, shut up. There we go. And as I was saying, 55 points to Luke Harper. 65 and 6 is 171. Bam. All right. Next, more pre-show panel. Booker T mentioned CM Punk getting beat on UFC.
Okay, then.
And then we go to Money in the Bank proper.
I'm surprised they let him mention CM Punk at all on WWE TV.
It's Booker T. Does anybody really let him say anything, or does he just say whatever the fuck's on his mind?
Yeah, but I would think CM Punk is one of those things that nobody says anything lest you get fired by Vince McMahon.
Apparently not. I mean, they don't disavow Punk's existence or anything.
They all but.
No, I mean, hell, they just recently released the DVD set of the 25th anniversary of Raw that happened back in January, and they've got the top 25 moments of Raw in there, and the pipe bomb's one of them.
Oh.
They don't disavow his existence with the company. They just don't go out of their way to actively mention him now. Anyway, we open Money in the Bank with a match between Big Cass and Daniel Bryan.
In a Big Cash You're Fired match.
Pretty much, yeah. That's effectively what happened here. So, Daniel Bryan managed to make Big Cass look good for a little while, and then he beat him with a heel hook. Sound about right?
Yeah. Daniel Bryan should rename that to Future Endeavor.
Yeah.
I'm going to Future Endeavor your ass. Oh.
No. We're going to talk. The news is forthcoming, but he wasn't Future Endeavored.
Okay, then.
The note was just we have come to terms on the release of William Morrissey, aka Big Cass. There was no Future Endeavor wish involved.
They basically said, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in the news later. Let's keep going.
Fair enough.
So Daniel Bryan wins this match after many moves trying to take Cass's knee out to get him down, and finally managing to lock in the heel hook after he tried to do some submissions, and Cass kept putting him in a torture rack and trying to counter. Big Cass is not terrible in the ring, but anyway. So Big Cass is going to get 8 points for competing in a match at a pay-per-view, and 4 moves is 12 points to Big Cass.
No, he's not terrible in the ring. He's just apparently terrible in real life.
Kind of.
Which is not surprising considering, his choice of former friendships.
Mm-hmm. Oh, even Enzo doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. We're going to talk about that, too.
Yeah, supposedly they had a falling out, long before he got fired and all that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan is going to get 30 points for winning a match at a pay-per-view. He's going to get 8 for competing, is 38. And he's going to get 6 moves, is 44 points to Daniel Bryan.
Woo! Yes.
24 and 3 is 347. All right. We roll on. Bryan celebrates with a yes chant. We see a promo for the NXT and UK Championship Tournament on the WWE Network. And we come back to the New Day, who are in the backstage area planning for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Kevin Owens walks in and gives them pancakes and Canadian maple syrup. You saw the pay-per-view, right?
No.
Well, you failed it. Anyway, yes, Kevin Owens offers them pancakes and Canadian maple syrup.
Fair enough.
Because
that's
he's
the good shit.
It is. The New Day appears to warm up to Kevin Owens and thanks him for this gift. But he then, of course, tries to proposition them to take out Braun Strowman, as he's been doing with everybody, now that he has access to the SmackDown dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say they're not cheaters and they're not going to do that. So Owens reveals that this only was a ruse and he doesn't like pancakes or breakfast foods in general. The New Day get very angry with Kevin Owens and tell him to get out of their locker room. But as Kevin Owens is leaving, they tell him to stop. And Owens thinks they have changed their mind. But Big E just takes his syrup, and then they throw him out anyway.
Big E knows the good shit when he sees it.
Yeah.
So promos all around?
Promos to the New Day and KO, yeah.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
New Day rocks. New Day loses to the Elite in Street Fighter. New Day loses to the Elite in Street Fighter.
We know that was a WWE or wrestling scripted Street Fighter match. We know that was a Street Fighter match written by Kevin Dunn. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah.
Actually, no, if it was a Street Fight written by Kevin Dunn, they wouldn't have been allowed to cut promos.
Yeah. All right, so that was Big E. And then we got KO. That's 213. And Kofi at 5. We'll put him at 41. 141. And then Xavier 27. Okay. Bam. Moving along.
Yes.
Following this, we go out to the ring for Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley.
In a Sami Zayn, you're going to get major surgery match.
Yeah.
Because Sami Zayn was all kinds of fucked up. It's like, wow, dude, you wrestled through that?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna discuss that in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel kind of bad for Sami Zayn that this was a storyline he had to go out to get surgery on. It's like, really?
Mm-mm. Yeah, Sami Zayn ran around and wasted time for a while, and then Lashley beat the shit out of him.
As well, he should. I hope Sami comes back as a face and gets a major push.
I hope so, too. Anyway, Sami eats a stalling vertical suplex and loses this match.
Fair.
So Sami Zayn will get 8 points for competing in a match at a pay-per-view. And that's it. Because he didn't do shit. He ran around the ring. He tried to avoid Lashley. He managed to whip Lashley into a ring post once after a cheap shot got him out of the ring, and that was about it.
That's fair. He probably couldn't physically do anything because he had no shoulders.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, what do you want me to do? I can't lift my arms.
Yeah, so Sami Zayn gets 8 points.
See you in 6 months.
Yeah, we'll see you at WrestleMania, Sammy.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Bobby Lashley gets 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match.
Bobby Lashley and a thank God that's over match.
Yep. So Bobby Lashley gets 30 points for that. He gets 8 for competing is 38, and 1 for the vertical suplex is 39 points to Bobby Lashley. So let's see, 39. Well, that puts him at 242. No, wait a minute. That's not right. Hang on. So let's see. It's 39 minus 7 is 232. Is that what I said?
You said 242.
232.
All right.
I was off. 232. Okay.
I heard that this match also garnered a Lashley Sisters chant.
Yes, I did, I believe.
Lashley Sisters.
I mean, I only caught the very tail end of this match. I was out of the room for this match and the previous. So, moving on from this, we cut backstage and we see Nia and Ronda both respectively warming up for their match later. I'm not going to give any points for that.
Mm-hmm.
Elias comes out to perform a song. He talks shit about...
Wants to walk with Elias.
Yeah. He talks shit about Rollins at the audience and then is immediately interrupted by Seth Rollins' theme music before he can play a note.
I still say he should have won that match.
You know, we then have Seth Rollins versus Elias for the Intercontinental Championship, which Seth Rollins retains. After several roll-ups, and ends with Rollins rolls through a roll-up to a sitting on Elias' legs roll-up and gets a retention. So there you go. This was a good match. These guys went back and forth. Elias had some good counters. He countered a frog splash with the knees and a few other things. And so it was a good back and forth match. Elias didn't have a lot of moves, but he did a very good job of at least getting some counters and keeping Rollins on his toes.
He should have won.
Yeah. Anyway, Elias is going to get 8 points for competing in a match at a pay-per-view, and he's going to get 9 points for moves.
All right.
It's 17 points to Elias. He is 28, 238. At the top 10 for Elias. How about that? Seth Rollins is going to get himself 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match. 20 points for retaining his title is 50. 8 points for competing in a pay-per-view is 58. And 6 moves is 64 points to Seth Rollins. 74, 84, it's 94. What's it? 595. Seth freaking Rollins. All right. Promo video hyping up the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And then we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This was a good match.
I heard it was a good match.
This was good. The women did a lot of great back and forth. I feel like Ember Moon could have done a little bit more. I feel like they didn't really use her that well.
That was probably intentional.
Yeah, she didn't hit a lot of moves. I felt that she didn't hit enough. If she had at least hit one eclipse onto a ladder on somebody, come on.
She didn't do an eclipse off a ladder?
No, she did not do an eclipse off a ladder.
That disappoints me.
I know. It's like you would think, but no, that did not happen. Instead, she got powerbombed through a ladder by Charlotte.
You have failed this team.
Yeah.
Fuck you, WWE, for not using Ember Moon properly.
Yeah.
And fuck you, WWE, for going back to the status quo. What the shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's why people call it pure bullshit on the women's stuff, because they're like, why did they go back to the status quo? It makes no sense.
It's true. I have some insight into that. We're going to cover the insight into that on the news, but let's just say it involved, there was intended to be an alternate storyline going on right now, and it had to be aborted.
Okay, then.
And that's why things seeming a little loosey-goosey in regards to the Raw Women's Championship picture. But we will discuss that in the news segment.
Fair.
But anyway, this was a good back and forth match. Like I said, a lot of a lot of the women going back and forth. Everybody got to show off a little bit, which was great,
except for Ember Moon.
Well, like I said, Ember Moon did a good job, hitting people with some ladders and doing some cool stuff. It just wasn't any of her signatures.
Come on, Ember. If you're gonna lose, do it in style. Give me some goddamn points.
Yeah. It makes you feel any better. Natalya barely did fuck all too. She pulled a few people off some ladders and shit, and that was about it.
Fair.
Let's see here. Well, Ember did flip Naomi on top of a ladder, but I don't think it was the Eclipse. Just as she flips Naomi on top of a ladder.
You don't remember watching the match?
I remember watching the match. I'm trying to remember that specific move.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't remember how that went down.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, well, that could have something to do with it, too. There's a noted article here on Sporting News. Apparently, Ember Moon has a fear of heights.
Oh.
So that could be why she was not doing crazy shit off a ladder.
Wait, she has a fear of heights, so her finishing move is jumping off the top turnbuckle. How does that make any goddamn sense? What the fuck? If you're scared of heights, you shouldn't be climbing up to the top of the turnbuckle every goddamn match you wrestle.
I don't know.
That'd be like saying Jeff Hardy has a fear of heights. That wouldn't make sense.
She was in a TLC match at one point. Yes, so I do the Eclipse off the top rope, but I've been doing it for 8 or 9 years at this point off the top rope consistently. That's like reading a book, putting pants on, putting socks on. I climb to the top rope, I do a corkscrew and a stunner. That doesn't have the same mental impact as doing a dive. That is terrifying every time I do it. I would like to think that anything I do on a regular basis, I'm fine. My springboard crossbody where I jump off the middle rope and throw my body at the opponent in the ring, that's like clockwork to me because I've done it so many times. So, yeah, just one of those things. Anyway, let's see, what did we have here? Yes, Ember. She did hit the middle rope springboard splash, so Ember did do one signature. She did one.
Yay.
Missed that before. That is one of hers. Ember did hit one. She hit that onto Sasha. Then they fall onto a ladder laying on the mat. Sasha rolled out. Lana got in, hit Ember with a ladder, and hit her with an X Factor. Lana was trying to go up the ladder, but then Natalya took her out. Naomi came in. Natalya threw a ladder on her, threw her out. Charlotte started chopping Natalya, hit her with a suplex. Becky ran over, fought Charlotte over a ladder. Naomi did a springboard and clothesline Natalya. Drop kicked the ladder into Becky and Charlotte. Suicide dived Alexa. Naomi was all over the damn place. Blockbuster on Sasha on the floor. More people brawling over ladders. Kick. Naomi and Ember trade kicks. Ember flipped Naomi on top of a ladder. Charlotte and Sasha fight on top of a ladder, but Natalya takes Charlotte down. Becky then shoves Sasha off. Sasha lands on Charlotte and Natalya. Becky goes up the ladder, but Alexa takes her off. Lana brings in another ladder. We get the everybody's on top of two ladders at the same time spot. You know the one. And as all the women were up on the ladders trying to pull each other off and knock each other off, impressively, the last person on the ladders was Lana. That was rather impressive. Natalya pulls Sasha down, slams her into the ladder, knocking Becky off the ladder in the process. Charlotte boots Natalya down, powerbombs Ember off one ladder onto another ladder. That looked painful as hell. Alexa hit Charlotte with a code red and then fought Lana. Lana kicked Alexa in the head and then put her in the accolade. People went nuts for that.
I imagine they did.
Lana tried to climb the ladder, but Naomi jumped up the ladder and kicked Lana off. Becky ran in, more fighting over the ladder. Alexa shoves everybody off the ladder. Charlotte hits her with a spear, then climbs back up. Sasha runs up and pulls her off the ladder, hits her with a backstabber. They all keep running for the ladder and getting pulled off. Natalya electric chair drops Lana. Ember kicks Natalya. Charlotte rams Ember into a ladder. Becky suplexes Charlotte with a exploder. Becky tries to climb up and almost grabs the case, but then gets shoved down. She gets shoved down by Alexa, and I think Becky's face bounced off the top rope. Kind of took her out of commission, and Alexa climbed up and grabbed herself the briefcase. So Alexa with the big win there.
That was bullshit.
So very entertaining match. Very well done.
That was bullshit.
Yeah.
They could have almost literally picked anyone else, and it would have been a better choice.
I think it makes sense, though. Because the problem is you have a counterbalance on Raw right now. Look at the Raw Women's Division.
Yeah.
How many heels do you actually have? You have Alexa and the Riot Squad, and that's it.
Nia.
Nia was in between her. Fact of the matter is, you only had two strong heels, Ruby and her cronies, and Alexa. It makes far more sense to have the belt on a heel and have the myriad of faces ranging from Ember Moon to Bayley to possibly Sasha, but not really, to, the other
Except
women.
with the situation we had, the scenario we had set up, Natalya would have heel turned.
Well,
which, as we all know, Natalya is a pretty good heel. So,
well, apparently she's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Alexa was the best choice because it kind of undoes a lot of what just happened, like the whole Alexa versus Nia feud. That was pretty much pointless.
But that's the point. She just stole the belt back from Nia. The feud continues.
Yeah, and that's what makes it pointless, is because the feud ended the way it should have ended, with the heel getting her comeuppance and with Nia coming out as kind of the heroic victor, and now that just rendered it completely pointless. And it's like, why would you do this? You just buried Nia doing that.
Kind of, yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's bullshit, because this goes back to the status quo at the expense of Nia Jax.
It does, but to be honest, Nia Jax wasn't getting over.
She was over as fuck when she was a face. When she blew fuck out of nowhere, Randy Orton heel turned on fucking Ronda Rousey. That's when people stopped giving shit, because they're like, what's going on here? Especially since that entire heel turn seemed to go completely against the entire point of her feud with Alexa Bliss.
Right.
Because the entire point of that feud was Alexa Bliss was trying to make out how much of a bully Nia was, and Nia was the face, and Nia was the one that was like, well, you're the bully, I'm not the bully. And then she turns around and becomes a bully to fucking Ronda Rousey. I'm like, wait, what? So you just render that entire feud pointless. That you just fucked over Nia Jax. Like, she doesn't have a character now because her character is a big fat fucking hypocrite.
And therein lies the problem. Is Raw was very face heavy. They needed a heel champion. They thought, okay, we'll heel turn Nia, and it failed. So they said, shit, we need a good heel champion. Let's have Alexa do it, because she's our strong Raw heel right now.
And Natalya says, what?
Maybe they didn't want to heel turn Natalya. I don't know.
But their mistake was in bringing her over as a face, because when she came over, she was already a heel on SmackDown. They could have just brought her over, kept her as a heel. Boom, you have an established power heel now on Raw.
But they needed an established ally for Ronda Rousey, so she wasn't wandering around alone, and it's well known that she and Natalya trained together. She's affiliated with Ronda. You're not going to get around her inherently being a face, at least temporarily.
That is true.
Anyway, so let's go through all these ladies here and award the points. All right, so this is a pay-per-view specialty, so it's 8 for competing, and 3 for a specialty means base on this is 12. Oh, wait, that's 11. Sorry, 11 is base. Actually, no, because weapon use. So it's 14. 14. All right. So, first off, to Natalya, who did not do anything except pull people off ladders. She's going to get 14 points. Like I said, part of the problem with the whole Nia Alexa situation is it got fucked over because of an aborted storyline, and I'll explain that during the news. All right. Moving on down the list here. Who else we got? Ember, Becky, and Sasha all had 1 move each. So they're all going to get 15 points. Ember. Yeah, so 97, 202. And what was the other one? Sasha gets 15 points. 66 and 5 is 171. Okay. Then we have, let's see here. Lana and Charlotte each had 2 moves. So that's 16 points to Lana. $96 and 6 is 102. And then Charlotte. It's 16 points. And an OMG for powerbombing Ember Moon through a ladder. Is 21 points to Charlotte. 2 is 02, puts her at 212. Naomi had 3 moves. So she's going to get the base 14, 15, 16, is 17 points to Naomi. Is 68 or 75. Is going to put her at 175. And Alexa Bliss is going to get herself. Let's see here. 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match. 10 for winning a specialty is a 40. The base 14 is 54. 1 move is 55. And yeah, 55 points to Alexa. Time. 55 plus 22 is 77. How do you like that? 177. All right. So women's bodies are lying everywhere as Alexa poses with a briefcase. We cut to the backstage area where general managers Kurt Angle and Paige are watching on a monitor. Kurt Angle is smiling and is very pleased that a Raw superstar has won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Paige gives credit where due and says that was a very impressive victory, but she's confident that one of her SmackDown superstars will win the Men's Money in the Bank match later in the night. Now, Kurt mentions that he understands where her confidence comes from is because she has many great superstars in that match, and that's why he's loving these cross-branded pay-per-views of getting to see all the talent from both shows, especially getting to see, so many of his old friends, some of his old friends in his matches like Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. And he mentioned somebody else. Who else did he mention? Who else does Kurt know on the SmackDown roster? Oh, Daniel Bryan. And Paige picks up on this and tells Kurt to keep his eyes off of her roster because they bleed blue. Well, they are interrupted by Constable Corbin, who enters and tells Kurt that he shouldn't be in here bantering with Paige. He should be concerned about making sure Raw also wins the Men's Money in the Bank match if he wants Stephanie to be happy. Paige, who of course does not miss a beat in this situation, points out that Corbin is clearly just in a bad mood because he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase and failed miserably. Corbin gives her a dirty look and walks away. Those are all authority figures. They're not getting any points.
Fair.
Next, we cut out to the stage where Sunil Singh is in a wheelchair with a neck brace and an arm cast.
Okay.
With his hand that is not in an arm cast, he has a microphone and manages to introduce Jinder Mahal. Jinder comes out and he wheels Sunil down to the ringside area and parks him over by the announce table before getting in the ring and posing as the big dog Roman Reigns comes out for a one-on-one match against Jinder Mahal. The two proceed to have their match with Reigns dominating early on and Jinder rolling out for a quick breather. Roman goes for a drive-by, but Jinder avoids it and jumps back in the ring and proceeds to get in the referee's face.
Okay, then.
As Jinder is in the ring in the referee's face, Sunil Singh makes an absolutely miraculous recovery and jumps out of his wheelchair and manages to clothesline Roman Reigns. Corey Graves couldn't believe it. He swore it was an act of God.
Well, okay then.
Anyway, so Reigns doesn't manage. So Jinder manages to capitalize on Roman off that cheap shot, and he throws Reigns into a fan barricade and then throws him back in the ring and beats him up for a while. He manages to dodge Roman's attempt to come back with a Superman punch, keep him down a little bit longer, but eventually he does connect with a Superman punch. Jinder reverses him again. They fight out to the ringside, and so Reigns has enough of this crap. He knocks Sunil Singh down right out of his wheelchair with a spear, drops Jinder, throws him back in the ring. They go back and forth a little bit longer until Jinder also eats a spear and loses the match.
Okay then.
So Sunil Singh is going to get 5 points for accompaniment and 6 points for interference. There's 11 points to Sunil Singh. 2 becomes 93, becomes 103. And then Jinder Mahal is going to get 8 points for being in a pay-per-view match. All right, so Jinder's getting 8 points for being in a pay-per-view match and 11 moves, actually. Rather impressively. Wow. It's 19. Most of it was reversals. He had 3 reversals and 2 moves, so 11 points. So 11 plus the base 8 for competing is 19 points to Jinder Mahal.
Okay, then.
Which actually puts Jinder at 210 even. We then have the big dog Roman Reigns, who's going to get 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match. He's going to get 8 for being in his 38. And he's going to get 3 moves for a Superman punch and 2 spears. Is going to go ahead and put Roman at 41 points. Going to put him at 292. Roman celebrates the win in the ring. We then see a promo video for the Women's SmackDown feud. And we then have a Women's SmackDown, specifically Women's Championship match between Carmella and Asuka. Did you see SmackDown?
Yeah, and fuck this match. I guess you got your replacement for Not So Big Cass.
I don't have Big Cass.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for
God
Sami
damn
Zayn.
It.
Sorry.
Yeah, for Sami Zayn, maybe. But yes, so Mella is money.
Fuck this match.
And Mella and Asuka have a back and forth match. And Asuka manages to fire up after Carmella dominates the early part of the match. And Carmella manages to knock Asuka out of the ring to recover. But she starts getting frustrated when she starts hitting some moves but can only get a 2 count. And eventually Asuka escapes a pin and kicks Carmella in the face as she's taking control. But all of a sudden, someone dressed like Asuka wearing her mask and coat that she wears in her entrance is suddenly on the apron. The commentators and everybody else are very confused by this. Is it another Asuka? What's going on? I'm going to be honest. Wasn't totally sure what was going on. Was kind of hoping it was Io Shirai.
That would have been amazing. Except it wasn't she supposed to debut at the tournament, not this?
I know, but it still would have been a cool change of plans.
If it was going to be anyone, it would have been Kairi Sane.
Or that. But no, as Asuka stands there dumbfounded, the mask is removed to reveal none other than James Ellsworth. He issues a wink as Asuka is rolled up from behind, but still manages to kick out. But Ellsworth distracts her again. She eats a super kick when she turns around, and Carmella retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ellsworth takes off the Asuka robe and celebrates with Carmella in the ring. Hashtag Carmellsworth. All right.
And apparently this really pissed off a lot of people because apparently Asuka's robe and mask has cultural significance.
Oh.
And so to have a white man put that on was like really pissed off a lot of people.
Heel heat?
That's not heel heat. That's like fucking World War II internment camp heat. Yeah. So yeah, because I've seen comments on like some videos.
Why not?
Why
not? Our government already put all the Latin American children in internment camps.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Asuka's going to get 8 points for being in a pay-per-view match, and 3 moves. It's 11 points to Asuka. 184. James Ellsworth is going to get 6 points for interfering in this match. We're going to have to add him on later. I'm going to put him down at the bottom for the moment.
I would just put him on the actual roster and not put him on a team. Since he's basically active, he's on SmackDown.
He is. I'm just not going to do it right this minute. We have. Let's just get through the show. It's only 6 points for right now. Let's calm down. All right. And then Carmella is going to get herself, let's see here. Dirk. 25 points on the title retention. 30 on a match win is 55. 8 for competing is 63. And 5 moves is 68 points to Carmella. So that's 98, and another 8 is 306. Bam. Mella is money.
That was bullshit.
Clap, 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 clap.
People are also pissed off because they're basically saying that WWE has all but buried Asuka at this point. Like, she has no credibility anymore. Because she literally has choked at every title opportunity. So they're like, well, fuck Asuka. She has literally 0 credibility in WWE now because she can't win. The unstoppable force of Asuka, the undefeated Asuka, can't win at when it counts. It's like, well, she's literally 0 threat now.
That was kind of Carmella's point.
Yeah, but people are pissed off because they're like, that's not what it should be. It should have been Asuka proving that, no, I can in fact win. But she's been mismanaged from the beginning because people basically criticized WWE for her call-up from the beginning about how you're bringing her in and saying that she's completely undefeated, blah, 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 and all this stuff coming out of NXT. And yet you're not playing that up whatsoever. She comes in and she's not booked as this undefeated monster like she should be. She's still undefeated, but she's not being booked like as this monster. And then at every opportunity thus far that she's had to get a title, she's completely choked and lost. And it's like, even though this one wasn't technically her fault, it's still a loss on the record books. And it's like, are you fucking kidding? And it gets even worse with the later match with Shinsuke losing because people are severely pissed at that because they're like, okay, now WWE, you're just being goddamn racist. Like, white man Vince is now being fucking racist against Asians. Which I'm like, with the way it looks, you're kind of not wrong.
Well, the counterpoint has been made that had nothing to do with why Shinsuke lost.
Oh, I know that, but it still makes it look bad and makes it look like, because Shinsuke could be argued is even worse off than Asuka. Because Shinsuke, of course, didn't have the undefeated streak coming in, but he's had even more opportunities than Asuka at the fucking WWE Championship, and has basically lost every single time. And in every match that he's had against AJ Styles, he's either lost or he's intentionally DQ'd himself, or not intentionally DQ'd. He's either lost or he's intentionally basically ended it in a no contest because arm to balls. And it's like it all but makes Shinsuke not a threat, period, at all. Like, he's like not a threat on SmackDown at all. Because where does he go from here? He's literally the man that couldn't get the job done, the man that could never beat AJ Styles. And it's like, that's not what you want for a star of the caliber of Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style. And the fact that they did that to him, a lot of people are pissed off because they're like, well, you've ruined Shinsuke Nakamura. And they've also now ruined Asuka. It's like these big Japanese stars they're completely ruining. I'm actually kind of afraid for Io Shirai coming over here, because she's quite literally heralded as the best female wrestler on the planet and potentially the best wrestler, period, on the planet. And I'm afraid WWE's just going to bring her in and completely fucking bury her ass and make her a non-entity. Because that seems to be their history and track record right now. Is, if we didn't make you, we don't care about you. We're just going to use your name to make money. And it's like, fuck off.
Yep. Although, and again, I didn't see this week's, but I do point out to you that they are, however, very clearly pushing an Asian for the probable next Cruiserweight champion.
You think so?
I think Hideo's earned his take. He dominated that triple threat match last week. That was
the triple threat match was this week. Haven't scored it yet. It was this week.
Was it?
Yep. The triple threat match was announced last week because Mustafa Ali came out at the end, or not came out, but he cut his promo after his match. Remember?
Okay.
Saying, well, that's what we want.
Well, spoilers. He won the triple threat match.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good for me.
It's good for you anyway. You had all three guys in the match.
That's true.
But yeah, no, he pulled out a victory on that by getting a victory over Mustafa Ali there.
And this is no offense to the Cruiserweights, because I actually love 205 Live. I think it's probably one of the best shows on the WWE has out, except for maybe NXT, but I don't watch NXT. But Hideo Itami deserves to be WWE champion or Universal champion. He's fucking Kenta. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You go into anywhere in the rest of the world and you say Kenta, you say that's Kenta, he immediately gains all the respect in the room.
See, I agree, except in WWE. If you say Kenta in WWE, or rather Hideo Itami in WWE, people are going to go, oh yeah, that's that dude that nearly kills people with that move that CM Punk used to do.
Yeah, well, maybe they should learn how to take it the way it was meant to be taken. Because I would say, yeah, you can say that all you want. This is also the man that invented the move. Don't tell him how to fucking do it.
Fair enough. Anywho. But anyway, speaking of which, yes, we didn't go on to AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match for the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
But there is, I think, a rather obvious additional reason why Shinsuke did not win this match.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Which I still think was a dumb reason, but that's fair enough. But we'll get into that.
Oh, do you know the reason?
Well, yes. I was going to mention it when we got to the match with the simple phrase, you were right.
I was right.
Which I still think is a dumb reason, but fair.
Admittedly, it's a badass cover.
Yes. Oh, we're going to talk about that in the news because I actually watched the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck 2K.
Mm-hmm.
which was the general consensus in the chat, but we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But in the meantime, these two had a hell of a match. I mean, they put on a last man standing clinic.
Yeah, but we'll get there. We're not that far yet, are we?
No, we're in the championship match.
Oh, did you finish scoring the previous match?
Yeah, like I said, I did Asuka first, I did Ellsworth in the middle, and then I did Carmella.
Fair.
Yeah. AJ and Shinsuke championship match. Last man standing.
Yeah, I heard it was a damn good match.
It was a damn good match.
Also, just to show you how good Shinsuke Nakamura is compared to everyone else and the level of trust that those two have with each other that you can't say about anyone else on the roster.
Uh-huh.
AJ Styles fucking hitting the Styles Clash off the steel steps.
Onto the floor.
Onto the floor. You have to have empirical trust in AJ Styles to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ Styles has to have trust that you're not going to be an idiot and try to protect yourself when he does it.
Uh-huh.
As soon as, because I did see that, I saw him do that. I was like, wait, did he just do it? Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, just during the course of this match, I think Tom Phillips has adopted a catchphrase.
Okay.
For all the shit that went down in this match and some of the shit later on.
Okay.
Well, no, he wasn't. No, because he didn't do the Money in the Bank match, but mostly this match. The shit that they kept doing, and I think Tom Phillips has a new catchphrase, and I think it's "Holy hell." Holy hell! No, Simon is bloody hell. That's different.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh no, that's right. I know who it is that says "Holy hell." It's Stylosa.
Who?
He runs an Overwatch channel. He's kind of a liaison to the Overwatch League team, London Spitfire.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, his catchphrase is "Holy hell, ladies and gentlemen."
Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, these guys had a great match. They locked up. They kind of went back and forth in the ring for a little while. A lot of great moves back and forth. AJ had a nice springboard forearm there. Nakamura came back with a suplex on the entrance ramp, then laid AJ over the apron and kneed him in the face, then left off the ring steps with another knee to the head. Nakamura then choked AJ out in the corner. They fought to ringside and brawled through the crowd. AJ hopped up on the fan barricade, but Nakamura kicked his leg, and AJ crotched himself on the fan barricade. Nakamura went flying off a middle rope when they got back in the ring, and AJ knocked him out, drop kicked him out of midair. Hit him with a face buster. Nakamura tries to low blow, but AJ manages to dodge it. AJ misses a shot, letting Nakamura hit a reverse exploder. AJ dodges a Kinshasa, hits another forearm, then the fireman's carry neck breaker. Nakamura kicks AJ out of the air in a phenomenal forearm attempt. AJ gets tossed out to ringside and thrown into one of the three commentary tables. Nakamura runs across one table and hits a Kinshasa on AJ, who's leaning against the other table. Nakamura rolls AJ back in the ring, puts a table in the ring too. They fight up to the top turnbuckle. AJ tries to powerbomb Nakamura through the table, but he fights out. Table gets flipped over, and Nakamura slams AJ onto the edge of the table. He stands the table over the corner and throws AJ through it. AJ gets up for the ref's 10 count. Nakamura pulls the padding off a turnbuckle. AJ tries to fight back, but Nakamura kicks him, sets AJ up in the corner, charges for a knee strike, but AJ moves and Nakamura slams his own knee into the exposed turnbuckle. AJ then begins working over Nakamura's now injured knee and applies a calf crusher. They spill outside. AJ hits Nakamura's knee with a chair a few times. Then Nakamura hits a low blow on AJ, and they're both down. They both manage to get up before the 10 count, barely. Nakamura takes AJ onto a table and looks like he's going to put AJ through the table. But AJ shoves him off. He then jumps off the table and hits a phenomenal forearm. He takes Nakamura to the ring steps and hits that Styles Clash off the ring steps. Nakamura is down until the ref's count reaches 9, and he barely manages to come up and dares AJ to come at him.
Come on!
So AJ runs and kicks him in the balls. AJ then gets back in the ring as Nakamura sells the forearm. Nakamura pulls himself up on the center announce table as he's attempting to get to his feet. And AJ comes flying out of the ring with a phenomenal forearm through the announce table.
OMG?
Massive OMG. Nakamura does not get up from this. AJ Styles retains the championship. Although, as Nakamura did point out on SmackDown, the referee counted very quickly. So AJ with a big retention. Big retention. AJ Styles. All right, so Shinsuke Nakamura is going to get scored first. He's going to get 8 points for being in a match. He's going to get 3 points for being in a specialty match. Is 11. He's going to get 3 for weapon use. Is 14. And 12 move points is 26 points to Nakamura. And let's see, that's 42, 52, and 6 is 258. AJ Styles is going to get 30 points for winning a match at a pay-per-view. He's going to get 25 for retaining his title, is 55. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match, is 65. He's going to get 8 for competing, is 73. 3 for competing in a specialty is 76. Weapon use is 79. 2 OMGs for the table spot and the Styles Clash is 89. And 17 moves is 99. 106 points to AJ Styles. Goddamn.
Woohoo! AJ Styles.
That's going to put him at 340.
Yes, 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 yes.
He's still not in the lead.
No. That's okay.
Because Seth retained too, so.
Oh, fuck you, Seth.
Anyway. Well, Braun's going to be somewhere in that picture at the end of this program.
Yeah, yes, fuck him.
By the way, I fucking called that.
Yeah,
but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so AJ holds up his title and celebrates. Video package looking at the Raw Women's title feud. And then we have a Raw Women's Championship match between Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey.
Fuck this match. Fuck this match.
Kind of. So, admittedly, they start with a decent back and forth. I mean, Ronda's trying to lock in some submission holds. Kimura locks in at one point, trying to avoid Nia's power game. Manages to evade a Samoan drop, which is nice. Ronda gets slammed into a barricade and thrown back in the ring. Nia shuts her down with an impressive gorilla press slam. Ronda tries again, front face lock, but Nia fights out. Samoan drop connects. Ronda evades a leg drop, and Nia misses a spear in the corner and hits a ring post. So Ronda goes to the top rope and hits a flying crossbody and takes control for a while. There's a flying knee. There's a nice judo throw, which admittedly I don't remember. 2 of the commentators didn't know what the hell that even was, and the third one had to identify it for them.
Was it Corey Graves that identified it?
I feel like it was.
Because that seems like something he would do, because Corey Graves knows his moves.
Yeah. I think that was a judo throw.
Yeah. Because I could see Michael Cole being like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I just couldn't remember if it was Coach or Graves that corrected him.
I doubt Coach would have corrected him. Coach hasn't been in the industry for a while. He probably wouldn't recognize it either.
Yeah, except that it's a judo throw move that Ronda's known to use. Coach worked for ESPN. They cover UFC.
That is true.
One of them going out. Anyway, so Ronda takes control back for a while. Ronda hits some modified version of the, I don't know if it was a rock bottom or a Uranagi, but it was something. And Tritt locks in the armbar again, and Nia's smart enough to lock her hand so that Ronda can't lock the move in. She tries to fight Nia's arm off, just barely manages to do it when Alexa Bliss comes out of nowhere and beats them both with a briefcase. Ronda Rousey wins via DQ because Nia took the first shot. And so Alexa needs to beat the shit out of Nia with a briefcase, then beat the shit out of Ronda with a briefcase. She goes outside the ring, continues beating the shit out of Ronda with the briefcase by the table and making sure that she doesn't get up, then beats shit out of Nia with it. She keeps trying to hand it over to the ref, then taking it back and hitting them with it some more. It's kind of hilarious. Finally, she turns it in. And after throwing Ronda over the announce table and disposing of her, cashes in, hits a big DDT on Nia, and then hits the Twisted Bliss off the top rope and becomes your new Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hashtag goddess.
Yeah, fuck her.
I would.
Indeed.
Please don't kill me, Buddy Murphy. She's dating Buddy Murphy, right?
Oh, is she?
I believe they were dating, at least back when she was his manager in NXT. They were.
Oh.
I was like, whatever happened to Buddy Murphy's tag team partner?
He had a tag team partner?
Yeah, remember they were. Yeah, what the frick were they called down in NXT? They were a tag team. They were a real big tag team down there.
I don't remember.
Ah, for God's sake. Blake and Murphy.
Oh, is that Buddy Murphy?
Yeah, that's Buddy Murphy.
Oh.
He was Murphy of Blake and Murphy. I don't know what the hell happened to Wesley Blake, though.
Future Endeavored? I don't know.
Maybe, or he's just doing some shit down in NXT. I don't know. But so, I don't know what the. Yeah, that's a good question. What the hell happened to Wesley Blake? Let's see. What are you doing, Wesley Blake? No, Wesley Blake is still in NXT.
Oh.
Let's see. He returned on. Hasn't done much since last year. He apparently formed a tag team with Steve Cutler.
No idea who that is, but okay.
Neither do I, but they're apparently a tag team now.
Okay, then.
That's a thing that happened. So anyway, let me just. Because as of the time that they were together, he and Alexa were dating. Buddy Murphy was. I don't know if that's still the case or not. Let's see here. Yeah, she and Buddy Murphy were engaged as of last report, so fair enough. Good for them.
Fair.
Anyway, so we'll do this as two separate things here.
Okay.
We'll work this out. So Jax versus Rousey into the DQ. I'm going to go to WWE.com and verify the DQ. Because I would like to make sure that is actually how that was ruled. Fun fact, in the original schedule, this match was the main event.
Yes, it was.
They amended that at the last minute, deciding they didn't want the heel winning to be the end of the show.
Why not?
I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Rousey won by disqualification was the ruling there. Okay. That's what I thought. So that was accurate. All right. So then Nia Jax, technically speaking, gets a title retention. She retains off a DQ. So she did not. It was an unintentional disqualification loss, so she doesn't lose any points for it. So Nia will get 8 points for competing in a match at the pay-per-view. She'll get 25 for retention of the women's title, is 33 points. And move too far. There we go. And so 33 and 11 points worth of moves is 44 points to Nia.
Fair.
$44 for the sake of ease. 8 points for the second match with Alexa is 52.
Okay.
All right, so 176. Not clear. 176 plus 52 puts Nia Jax at 228. All right. And then Ronda Rousey, unintentional DQ win, so no extra points for that. So she was just going to get herself the standard 8 points for competing in the match. And 8, and actually 16 moves, actually. So 24 points to Ronda. Most of that was reversals, but still. So 24, that's 78, and 4 is 82 points for Ronda. All right, and then we have Alexa Bliss with a 6 points on an interference, 4 on an half-match assault is 10. And weapon use with a briefcase is 13. 8 points for competing in a match on the pay-per-view. Another match. 18 and 13 and 8 and is 21. On 2 moves is 23. And then, so it's 23, 50 for a win in the title, 30 for the match is 80. And the additional 23 is 103 points for Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, that's a lot of points.
I know. Only 3 points less than AJ.
Fucking bullshit.
That's going to put her at 280. And the top 10 Alexa out of nowhere.
Fucking bullshit.
Hashtag goddess. You picked the wrong women's champion.
Apparently.
Anyway, after all that shit, Alexa celebrates with her newfound championship and heads out as Nia recovers in the ring and Ronda gets up looking pissed as all hell. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
The aftermath of that anger will be seen on Raw.
Yep.
And of course, we round our evening out with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We open things up with all the gentlemen coming out. Aiden English does the introduction for Rusev. So he didn't stay down there, but I will still give Aiden English accompaniment for that real quick. Oh, jumping around. All right, so accompaniment is 5, so that's going to put him at 140. Okay. We also have accompaniment for the members of the New Day not taking part of the match. At first, it looks like Big E's taking his coat off and is going to compete, but then he steps back. Then Xavier steps forward and tears his shirt like he's going to compete, but written on his chest is the word Kofi. As Kofi then reveals he will be the competitor for this Money in the Bank ladder match. So Kofi comes on down, so Big E and Xavier will receive themselves accompaniment points for that.
Fair.
196 to Big E. And Xavier is going to find himself at 182. All right. This was a pretty good match. This was a good match. Some impressive spots here. So, everybody starts going at it. Braun Strowman throws everybody out of the ring as they attempt to attack him. He rolls outside and gets tagged by people. Joe elbows him in the head. Kofi comes leaping off the stairs at him. Owens charges Strowman on the ramp, but Owens clotheslines him. So everybody in the match begins beating up Braun Strowman. Turns into a 7-on-1. Every man versus monster.
Okay.
The men beat Braun Strowman up the ramp. The men beat Braun Strowman to the top of the ramp. And they basically get him down on a knee. They stomp him. They just basically keep stomping on him and just basically just gang beating him until he's laying on the ramp. The gentlemen then grab all of the ladders that have been on the stage all night, and they begin throwing them on top of Braun and burying him under a pile of ladders.
Okay, then.
Now, it's worth noting that Braun is being buried under ladders, but only 6 men are doing it. Because one of the men is smarter than the rest.
Okay.
If you had to pick one man in this match who's smarter than the rest, who would it be?
Kevin Owens.
No.
Oh. I thought he'd be the only one who's like, hey, they're all attacking Braun Strowman. They're doing my dirty work. I'm just going to sit back and watch this.
No. Owens was helping. He was very concerned about taking Braun out.
Okay.
And no, he wasn't going to sit back and watch this. 6 men buried Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
Miz was hiding behind the ring and jumped in the ring with a ladder. Miz ran up the ladder, but and Miz took him an extra moment or so to set his ladder up. He was very fast. Samoa Joe was faster. Samoa Joe proceeded to grab Miz off the ladder as his hand was touching the briefcase and threw him on the ground.
Okay, then.
Samoa Joe ran down that ramp fast, too.
He's a fast dude.
He is a fast dude. He's an unexpectedly fast dude. Anyway, so Kofi then gets back in the ring and attacks the 2 of them. Owens and Balor come back and fight each other. The men all make their way back down to the ring. And so Balor drops Owens and hits a double foot stomp on him and then tries to climb the ladder, but Bobby Roode knocks him off. Balor then pulls Roode back off and drop kicks him in the face. Owens then comes in with another ladder and hits Finn with it, knocks him out of the ring. Rusev starts trying to climb the ladder. So Owens goes after him, but Rusev slams KO into a ladder. Joe then runs in and knocks Rusev down and kicks him in the head. Kofi springboards off the top rope and knocks Joe down and then tries to climb the ladder, but Miz knocks him down. So Kofi throws Miz out to the ringside floor. Kofi goes up top again and suicide dives on everybody outside the ring. Because Kofi. This is kind of a hilarious setup because this is kind of hilarious the way this happened. So here's what happened. So Braun is still buried under ladders. Forget about Braun for a while. So Kofi does a suicide dive and is caught by Owens, Rusev, and Joe and Miz.
Okay.
So Kofi suicide dives and he jumps over the ring to knock those 4 dudes out, but they actually manage to catch him. He doesn't actually knock them down. Impressively enough. They actually catch Kofi. And so they manage to catch Kofi outside the ring, but immediately behind Kofi is Finn Balor, who hits a suicide dive and knocks everybody down.
Nice.
So he landed on top of Kofi, on top of everybody else.
Okay, then.
Kind of an impressive maneuver. So Balor manages to get up first after this and goes to get a ladder. And climbs the ring with a ladder. But unfortunately, there is a slight problem. Because Braun Strowman proceeds to rise from the ashes.
Yeah, because someone woke the sleeping giant.
Yeah, so he begins throwing ladders off of himself. Then begins walking down the ramp and just clotheslining and shoulder blocking everybody that gets in his way. Okay, so Balor went up to the stage to get a ladder and got attacked by Strowman first. That's what happened. Okay. So Strowman gets up and starts beating everybody up. He drops everybody until Joe comes flying out of the ring with a flying forearm suicide dive. He does that. And manages to stun Braun temporarily. Kevin Owens then super kicks Braun Strowman, and then Rusev boots him in the face. So they all continue beating Braun down on the stage. They drag Braun back up the stage. And Kevin Owens grabs a nearby table and sets it up next to an abnormally tall ladder. The Jeff Hardy ladder, if you will.
Okay.
So Kevin Owens sets a table up, and they begin dragging Braun over to the table. Kevin Owens directing traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So they drag Braun over to the table, and Braun, as they get him next to the table, Braun starts throwing punches and fighting back. So Joe grabs him from behind and coquina clutches him into unconsciousness. Or at least semi-unconsciousness. And this was an impressive combo. If they ever work together, this is a great tag team move. So Joe puts Braun in the coquina clutch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's holding him in the coquina clutch. And Braun is on his knees. He was on his knees at the time. So Joe coquina clutch, but Braun's kind of half out of it in the coquina clutch. And as Joe is holding him in the coquina clutch, Owens super kicks him in the face.
Nice.
It's a good combination of maneuvers.
Indeed.
So Braun gets placed on the ladder. Not on the ladder, on the table, sorry. So Rusev and Joe put Braun onto the table, and Rusev holds him at the arms and Joe at the legs to make sure he cannot get up off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens then proceeds to climb up the insanely tall ladder.
Okay.
And positions himself as if he is going to frog splash Braun Strowman through this table.
Okay, then.
Unfortunately, Braun regains his strength and throws Rusev and Joe off of him. Kevin Owens paralyzes with fear at the top of the ladder and doesn't know what to do. Braun Strowman kicks Joe, throws Rusev down, and then proceeds to climb up the other side of the ladder, grab Kevin Owens by the throat, and toss him off the ladder through the table. About 20 feet down.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the end of Kevin Owens. He did not make another appearance in this match. He was done.
Fair.
So Owens went through a table and was done. Braun Strowman then climbs down onto the stage. Kofi attempts to attack him and gets chokeslammed onto a ladder for his effort. He then lays out everybody else on the ramp on the way down to the ring and arrives at the bottom of the ramp on the ring. And The Miz, has paused with his eyes wide in fear on one of the lower rungs of the ladder he was attempting to climb. He attempts to attack Strowman, and Joe gets up and attacks Strowman as well. Strowman gets thrown back out of the ring, and Balor drop kicks Strowman into the fan barricade, temporarily incapacitating him. Rude then whips Balor into the ring post and then brawls with Joe in the ring. Joe hits Rude with a big Uranagi out of the corner and then starts throwing hands with Rusev, who manages to dump Joe outside and then kick Rusev in the head. Here's a great moment. So Kofi jumps back in the ring and Rusev knocks him down too. Kofi lands on top of Bobby Roode and then proceeds to put them both in a double accolade.
Okay, then.
So that was impressive. But it got better.
Okay.
Miz jumped in to try to attack Rusev. He got hit. He went down, and Rusev put them in a triple accolade. Unfortunately, said triple accolade did not last very long, as while Rusev was triple accolading those three men, he suddenly found himself in a coquina clutch. So Rusev got coquina clutched, and he was down. And Rusev manages to fight Joe off and tries to climb for the briefcase, but Miz knocks him down. Rude and Balor clear the ring. Balor then drops Rude, climbs a very tall ladder set up outside the ring, and jumps into the ring to hit Rude with a coup de grace.
Okay, then.
Which was pretty cool looking. Balor then climbs the ladder, but Braun Strowman has recovered from the drop kick to the barricade and manages to get back in the ring, throws Braun Strowman off the ladder. Then hits Joe with a power slam, then hits Miz with a power slam. Then Braun and Finn climb up each side of the ladder. Kofi jumps onto Braun's back in an attempt to slow him down. It doesn't work. He finally manages to throw Kofi off of his back, knock Finn off the ladder, and grab the briefcase to become Mr. Monster in the Bank. Hashtag Braun. Braun!
Right.
Called it. One thing I have learned in the last year or so of WWE, never bet against Braun Strowman.
Unless he's facing Brock Lesnar.
Well, yeah, that would be the one exception. And honestly, at this point, not even then. Because he's got a briefcase now.
Yeah.
Imagine how big a pop Braun's going to get if Roman ends up facing Brock, beats him at SummerSlam, and then immediately gets cashed in on by Braun. Braun will be the hero of the world.
Yeah.
So that was a hell of a match. Braun holds up his briefcase and celebrates as we go off the air. So, go through all these gentlemen and the insanity that went down here. So, based on this match is 8 for competing in a pay-per-view, 3 for a specialty, 3 for weapon use, and 4 for the main event is 18 points at base.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who didn't do any moves? Oh yeah, Miz was a coward and didn't do any moves. And then who else am I missing? Who am I missing? Missing somebody. Oh, it's Bobby Roode. I guess he didn't do anything either.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he didn't really get to hit any DDTs or anything now that I think about it.
Aw. Well, what's the point in having Roode in the match?
I don't know. Sorry, Bobby. I'm only going by this recap. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go in no particular order here, except for the winner last night. So let's start with Bobby Roode and The Miz are each going to get the base 18. It's going to be, let's see, that's 27, and then 8. 3 is 235 for The Miz. Bobby Roode. That's going to get the base 18. And it's going to be at 27. And 8 is 235. Wait a minute. Is he in Miz? Hang on. Oh, Bobby Roode and The Miz at the exact same number of points.
Okay, then.
And they did before this match, too. Irony. That's not irony. That's coincidence. Anyway. Let's see here. Who else we got here? Kofi gets base 18 in 2 moves, and so does Kevin Owens. So 20 points to Kofi and KO. And KO. 233. Okay. Coolio. Mm. Right, and then let's see who else we got over here. Oh, we got that one. All right. Oh, Rusev and Joe each had 4 moves. So Rusev and Joe are each going to get 22 points.
Okay.
99, 209, 211 for Rusev and Samoa Joe. 22 and 6 is 228 for Joe. All right. Finn Balor had the most moves of the match at 5. That's going to put Balor at 23 points, plus an OMG for a coup de grace off a ladder. Is 28 points to Finn Balor. 38, 339. All right. And lastly but not leastly, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is going to get himself, let's see here, him 30 points for winning a match at a pay-per-view. 10 points for winning a specialty match. Is 40. He's going to get 5 for winning the main event. Is 45. He's going to get an OMG for throwing Kevin Owens off a 20-foot ladder through a table. That's 50. He's going to get the base 18 is 68, and 4 moves is 72 points to Braun Strowman.
Oh.
Wake up.
Fuck you, Braun.
2 plus Braun's existing 447. Yeah, Braun's at 519. No one's even close.
Not even Seth freaking Rollins?
I don't know. Seth Rollins. Oh, Seth Rollins is at 595. I lied. Seth is in the lead. Seth is in the lead. Then Braun, then AJ.
Okay, then.
We'll deal with that calculation in a moment. So let's end this Money in the Bank. So let's see what's going on. First things first, the scores. Data refresh. All right, let's see where we're at.
Really? Wow.
There you go. So still in the lead is Glorious, coming in at 53-31.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what happened. Only 200 points behind, however, less than 200 points. At 51-82 is me with the Woken Warriors. And Tiff is at 47-36, not too far behind us.
No, she got, well, Money in the Bank.
And a Women's Championship. Tiff got 500 points off that pay-per-view.
Like I said, she made Money in the Bank.
She did. She got 500 points. I got about 300. You got about 400.
Yep.
And that's primarily because you got 100 from AJ alone.
Yep.
If it hadn't been for AJ, we'd be about almost dead even.
Yeah, I got like over 100 from AJ alone. I got damn near 100 from Shinsuke.
Yeah, Shinsuke did pretty well.
Because he was doing all kinds of crazy OMG and weapon shit. Like, wait, what the hell are you doing, Shinsuke?
Yeah. No, Shinsuke didn't get any OMGs.
Really? Well. I guess AJ was when they got all the OMGs.
Yeah, AJ was the one doing the crazy shit. Shinsuke was taking the crazy shit.
Fair.
Let's go to the leaderboard. Boop. All right. So, top of the leaderboard is Seth freaking Rollins at 595. Followed by Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman at 519. Followed by 4 of your people.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy, despite still having done nothing in the past month.
Jeff Hardy wrestled a match against...
a match against Shinsuke.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if he was on the show this week, but...
Jeff Hardy had a pre-taped promo. Although, something weird is going on. I'm not sure if he's going Brother Nero or what the hell's going on.
Okay, I don't know what... Go ahead.
He did this weird promo. He was facing away from the camera, and he talked about how, he got kneed in the head by Shinsuke, and it affected his tissues, and it rattled his brain. He was blind, but now he sees it. He turns around, he's wearing all this bright white-ass face paint. With his creepy-looking eyes. And then he realized the eyes were painted on his eyelids, and he opens his actual eyes as he says, "Now I see."
That sounds like Willow.
Okay.
AKA Brother Nero.
Okay.
Though I'm wondering why they would do that, considering he's the champ. What the fuck would break him?
I don't know.
Though, admittedly, Willow versus Shinsuke would be an amazing feud.
Fair. Anyway, let's see. Let's see here. Daniel Bryan is at 347, 10 points behind Jeff Hardy. AJ Styles is at 340, the WWE champion. Finn Balor's at 339, just 1 point behind him.
Yeah.
The SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. Mella is money at 306. Drew Gulak of the Cruiserweights holding in there at 304. The big dog Roman Reigns at 292. And the new Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss pushing herself into the top 10 at 280.
Wow. Okay, then.
There you go.
There you go, indeed.
All right.
And that was Money in the Bank.
It was Money in the Bank. It was Money in the Bank. It was Mella in the Bank. It was Monster in the Bank. It was everything.
That just closed the gap between all of us.
Did you intentionally set those titles up behind you?
Well, a title. Yes, I did.
No, I clearly see 2.
That's a book.
It's a book shaped like a championship?
It's a book with the WWE Championship on it. It is the rich history of the WWE Championship.
Oh, okay, cool.
I figured I should maybe actually make it look halfway decent if it's going to be on camera.
Why? I have a blank fucking wall behind me.
Yeah, that's better than the junk pot behind me.
Fair. Anyway, this has been Money in the Bank. Stay tuned. There may or may not be news tonight. We'll get back to you.
Now, we should be doing E3 soon. We're just waiting on John to get home from work.
Yep, but we'll see how that goes, and then news and other such things should be good fun.
Indeed.
We'll see you next time, folks. Peace.